Most women I talk to in their 40s say the same thing. They feel like they're gaining weight, especially around their stomach, even though they're eating the same and trying harder than ever. If that's you, you're not imagining it. What worked before just doesn't seem to work anymore. So, in this video, I want to walk you through what's happening in perimenopause, what actually matters now. Here's what I see most often. Women in perimenopause are doing all the things that used to work, like eating less, doing more cardio, and trying to be more disciplined. But instead of getting results, they just feel more tired and more frustrated. And their body starts to feel softer, especially around the midsection. Now, that's not a motivation problem. It means what you're doing probably isn't matching what your body needs right now for this season of life. And the mistake I see most often is this: women are using the same approach that they used to use in their 20s and 30s in a body that has different requirements now. Muscle plays a much bigger role in your metabolism now than it used to. And when muscle starts to decline, which naturally happens after 40, your body loses some of its ability to burn energy well, keep blood sugar steady, and maintain how your body looks and feels. And this happens faster than most women realize. We can lose about 3 to 8% of our muscle each decade after 30. And that rate will speed up after age 40 if we're not doing anything to maintain it, like strength training. So it's not just about fat gain. Your body is slowly losing the muscle that helps keep everything working the way it should. And this is where a lot of women in perimenopause and menopause feel stuck because strength training feels intimidating or confusing or like it might actually be too late to start. But the reality is, strength training doesn't have to be extreme. It's one of the most supportive things that you can do in this season for your body. And not just for your appearance, but for energy, stability, and long term independence as you age. I always come back to this. Strength isn't about appearance, it's about stewardship, taking care of your body in this season so you can show up with energy, clarity, and strength in your everyday life, and so you can be ready to act when God calls. So now, if you're thinking, okay, that's all great, but where do I even start with this? So I put together a simple guide for you called Stronger Again in Perimenopause. It walks you through a beginner strength plan, a simple protein first way to structure your meals. Nothing extreme, just a plan and structure that works in this season. And you can find that linked in the description box below so you can get started right away. So now, instead of doing more, what actually matters now is doing the right things consistently. And that looks like building strength a few days a week, supporting your body with enough protein, and reducing the constant stress cycle. Not with perfection, but with small things done consistently. I had a client who came to me doing cardio almost every day. She felt stuck and exhausted. Once we simplified things by adding strength training and adjusted how she was eating, she didn't just lose belly fat. She felt stronger, more energized, lost some belly fat, and was in more control of her body than she had been in years. And that's the shift. And that's exactly why I created that free guide for you, because most women in perimenopause don't need more information. They need a clear starting point that fits this season to help them get started right away. Inside, you'll see 2 simple full body workouts that you can rotate through each week, and how to structure meals without tracking or restriction. So make sure to grab that from the description box. All right, so here's what I want you to keep in mind. A lot of women stay stuck because they assume they need to do more before anything changes. Things like more cardio, more restriction, and more pressure on themselves. But in this season, that usually creates more frustration, not better results. What actually works now is building strength with a plan you can repeat. That could look like 2 or 3 strength workouts a week. It could be eating enough protein at your meals, or it could be finally stepping out of the cycle of doing too much and getting nowhere. That's the shift. Not doing more, but doing what matters most. So if you're in perimenopause or menopause and you've been feeling stuck and you've been trying to fix it by doing more, this is where I'd shift your focus first. And just remember, if you want a place to start with that, you can download my free Stronger Again in Perimenopause that's linked in the description box below. It will walk you through exactly how to begin strength training and structure your meals to actually support your body in this season. But the next question most women have after this is, okay, this is all great, but how do I actually start strength training without overdoing it or doing it wrong? Great news. I've already made a video walking you through that step by step, and you can watch that next video right here.